Welcome back to UnKind TV, everyone. We're Georgia and Martha.
Hello.
And today we'll be recapping The Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 12, Episode 5, The Regift That Keeps on Giving. We open just with the quick jumping around saying hello. We see Portia playing with PJ. Eva's in the car with her kids. Somebody did something smelly. I thought one of them farted when you thought it was worse.
Yeah, I thought it was like fecal matter. Well, she said poop.
I know, but who says fecal matter? Candy is with Riley. She's talking about getting her an internship. Cynthia decides to call Portia, but she calls her on speakerphone and acts like it's FaceTime. I don't know about you, but when I call someone on speaker, I just have the phone like this.
Okay.
But she was like this.
I'm done with the FaceTime thing. I think it's ridiculous. The most recent episode of Jersey, it was just constant.
Non-stop with the FaceTime.
I swear the first 10 minutes was they were all FaceTiming each other.
So she's inviting Portia to the Bailey Q. She says it wouldn't be the same without you. And you have to wear red or get red. I like that. She wants everyone to come babyless. And she's like, I know you're a new mom, but if you are allowed to bring your baby, then Kenya's going to bring Brooklyn, and Eva's going to bring her kids. And Portia's like, I don't know if Eva's going to bring her kids. She's still getting to know you. Some of you ask me how come I don't do impressions of the Atlanta housewives. I think the answer to that is very obvious. I think it would be very disrespectful of me, and I appreciate that some of you feel like, no, it's cool. You know that it's not coming from a bad place, but other people are not cool with it and maybe wouldn't feel like they can even comment and say anything. They would just watch and get upset about it. So I just don't want to cross any lines. When they do crazy things, I will recreate it to the best of my ability without putting on a black scent. Do you have anything to contribute, or are you just gonna cool yourself down?
I'm cooling myself down. It's getting hot in here.
This is a responsibility that I bear.
And I don't want to take off all my clothes, Martha.
You don't have to deal with these questions.
Oh, I know. I'm very happy I don't.
So Portia and Kenya are at this jitterbug mommy and me class.
This is bad. Martha, if you ever go to one of these things, we're done.
It's just so funny to me how they show these white people in the class who cannot move.
Why are they in the class? Because not only can they not move, they don't look like they want to move. They look very uncomfortable.
It's hilarious. They're like the most miserable, stiff people.
Ugh,
Granted,
you know what I call them? Mug cradlers. Just stay at home and complain about your fibromyalgia and let Portia shine.
Yeah, these women, it's like basically what you would look like in one of those classes. Like,
it's like their therapists force them to do it. Get out of the house. Like,
yeah, I can move. Yeah. And they're really jealous of Portia.
Portia is phenomenal.
Not only is she beautiful, but she just has moves.
Well, it's not even just the moves, it's just like the confidence.
She has rhythm in a jitterbug class.
It's hilarious.
She's holding the baby and she's just like, I can't even imitate it because I unfortunately cannot dance. But I wouldn't try to like these people, but they're just looking at her. She's just like all into it, you know, and they're like, this is a jitterbug class. Take that somewhere else.
But she's not trying to show off or anything.
No, she's just being herself.
She's enjoying herself.
But that's the problem. And then Kenya comes, and Kenya is in heels. She's being uptight, and she says that Portia shouldn't be twerking during jitterbug class.
You shouldn't be wearing heels and dancing.
She's like,
with a baby.
There is a time and a place for twerking, and it is not when baby PJ is strapped to your chest.
This reminds me of Vicky Gunvalson.
The pearl clutching.
The pearl clutching when you're just as guilty of it as everybody else.
Because, I mean, comparing anyone to Vicky Gunvalson.
Well, like you did to me the other day.
Okay, I meant that Vicky Gunvalson looked like you if you did, as I like to say, the 100-yard dash in a 90-yard gym. You're Vicky Gunvalson if someone dropped an anvil on your face.
The fact that we're even discussing me and Vicky in the same sentence is
well, you just did it to Kenya.
Heartbreaking.
You did it to Kenya.
Yeah, I did do it to Kenya. And you know what? There are Kenya fans who watch this, and you know what? Kenya seems like a very nice person. Deep down, but she's crazy.
I feel bad for her, though.
I do too, but she's crazy.
But, like, I don't feel bad for Vicky Gunvalson at all.
Oh, no. I
feel nothing for her.
She's vile.
Kenya is a little off, but I feel like there's an explanation for it, and it's a very sad one. Anyway, yes, Kenya's clutching her pearls over it. There's a time and a place, and this is not it. Oh, but the time and the place for heels is Jitterbug class. Okay. Then they decide to go because the babies are getting fussy. Brooklyn is the cutest baby I've ever seen in my life. She's like beyond. She's like so happy, smiling, trying to play with Pilar. She's like so interested in her.
Yeah.
I love when babies talk to each other. Somehow the conversation turns to how Kenya is not happy with Mark, how Brooklyn sleeps in bed with them. Portia's like, aren't you having sex? Like, you gotta have sex. And she asks Kenya, when's the last time? And Kenya says, I don't even want to say the number because it's been that bad.
I find it interesting that Portia says, you gotta have sex, you gotta have sex. She's going through a similar thing, but she's having sex.
In her mind, you know, that's the one thing they still have.
I don't like him at all, Martha.
Oh, the baby.
Dennis.
Oh, yeah, PJ's father he's a very weird guy.
Yucky.
Yeah, creepy vibe. Like, I'm starting to think there might be a grain of truth to that.
Oh, God.
E-I-E-I-O. And on this farm, he had a chicken.
E-I-E-I-O.
I don't know why, I just see him, like, the way he was looking at Portia with the tail, like that intense eye look. Like, in my mind, I see that, and then I hear... So Candy is moving Riley into her apartment for her summer internship. Let's just remember, Riley is 16 years old. This is a 2-bedroom apartment in Long Island City, which is right near where we are right now.
Yeah, right down the street.
But it's a much nicer apartment. It's a high rise.
Nicer apartment.
This kid is like beyond lucky, beyond. And Todd is kind of disgusted.
A little awkward. I don't like his behavior. This is how she grew up. Yes, she's spoiled, but she's a good kid. And don't judge her for it.
She doesn't even know how to make ice, Swampy.
I don't know how to make ice, Martha.
Yes, you do.
I mean, you put it in a tray, I guess, right?
You know how to make ice.
She knows how to make ice.
No, she didn't. She was like, I gotta put water in this and freeze it.
She just thought it was an ice machine. I'm sure she knew how to make. She knows.
No, she said she thought every refrigerator had an ice maker, and she was like, oh, I have to like make it.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Kayla's kind of like more in the middle where she's a little bit spoiled, but you could tell she's slightly more self-sufficient. Yeah. I feel like you're a Riley and I'm a Kayla.
Probably that would be accurate.
I didn't grow up on the street, let's put it that way.
Yeah.
But I don't get like super spoiled either.
I don't get spoiled, Martha.
No?
No.
When's the last time you did your own laundry?
Martha, it's been...
Okay, what about the whole cleaning thing? Riley said, like, why do I have to spray the shower?
Oh, yeah, that's foreign to me.
And then Kayla's like, because she turns to Kayla and she's like, you're messy. And Kayla's like, no, I am, but I still scrub my tub. That was a very George and Martha kind of interaction.
That hit a nerve. The bathroom plays a huge part in our lives. Martha actually cleaned my bathroom a week ago as I sat here playing Nintendo.
Vacuuming everything?
Yeah, she was vacuuming. She cleaned quite a bit. And what I did is, like, because I wasn't going to help or anything, I would just say, oh no, Martha, don't do this. I feel so bad. I didn't really feel bad. I was like, good, stay in there. Clean the bathroom.
I don't mind it,
toilet. I know you don't. You're Joan Crawford. I like cleaning when I want to clean.
Which is like...
once a month, once every other month. But what happens is, it'll be like, oh, I'm gonna clean the sink. I'll just clean the sink, but I won't clean anything else.
See, I can't do that. Like, if I start cleaning my bathroom, I gotta do the whole thing.
And then you're up until 7. I am a Riley. Although I envy Riley, I feel like she's going to go places.
She's a happier person.
Well, and I don't care about the happy thing. I just like she's going to be successful.
I don't know where Todd's getting off giving Candy dirty looks for spoiling Riley. Riley is a little pampered. You take your kid to strip clubs so that you can feel like her friend. Candy said she feels like Riley's like the kids on Blackish. I feel like they're all like the family on Blackish. They're very sitcom.
I've never watched. Candy has the sitcom voice.
They all do. They all, to me, they could have their own show.
I wonder if Candy's ever... I can see her, like, producing a show like that.
Nene is having lunch, dinner, something for Marlo and Giovanna. Marlo walks in. She's cracking jokes. This is a lovely apology dinner. And Nini's like, apology? And, of course, we flash back to how Nini left her in her horse and carriage.
Come back, Leeks.
Don't leave me, Leeks. I guess they're okay. They got over it. I mean, you'd forgive me if I did that to you.
Yeah, I would.
It would be like nothing happened if I took off on you in a horse-drawn carriage.
Yeah, it would be.
You'd be sitting there, Martha. But I can't. Come on, let's go.
Martha, I need a ride home.
Martha.
Martha, your car.
Martha, don't make me take an Uber. Martha. They start again talking about Cynthia, and Nini's like, look, I just got fed up with her badgering me. And she's like, bitch, I get it. She's not going to budge. And she says that her spiritual advisor, Kathy Lee, has told her, clear the way so you can walk free. But she's not really doing that.
Nini is crazy. Nini is a staple, though. You know what I mean?
I can't hate her. I know the ego is like this big, but she's so funny. She says Cynthia has a side to her that nobody is seeing. And in her talking at, she goes, look, clean your glasses, clean the lenses. You're going to see. I suspect there's some truth to that.
Absolutely, there has to be.
She starts imitating Cynthia. I'm here for everyone. I'm here for everyone. I'm so great. I'm so wonderful. I do get that vibe, and I like Cynthia, but I do think Cynthia likes to put on like she's just really nice. And everybody's honey.
She's very kind of affected.
Giovanna says that Cynthia was talking shit about Nini to her too. And Marla right away doesn't miss a beat. You got receipts? She's like, oh yes, I have receipts. Like, this is nothing.
Yeah.
Imagine if I said that to you, if you told me somebody was talking about me. I was like, can you prove it? I mean, you'd be so taken aback by that.
Yeah.
By the way, you got receipts? I
do.
have receipts.
It's like very casual.
Giovanna says that Cynthia said that being friends with Nini was toxic and a burden. That's how I feel about you.
Obviously.
But the thing is, like, I just tell you. Portia and Miss Diane are talking about how she really, really, really needs to get a nanny. I feel like Miss Diane is doing way too much. She has her own business to run. She can't be there as much as Portia needs her to be. Portia wants someone who's there from the morning until she gets home from dish. Miss Diane looks like she's had enough. Portia says she wants to find the right person, like she wants to be. And Miss Diane goes, well, just like take it easy with your interviews. But then she goes, I don't know why I'm saying that because I'd be the same way. Portia wants someone who's going to be perfect. I don't fault her for that. I don't trust people easily with babies.
I wish my parents wanted someone perfect.
Yeah, you're the type. Your nanny stories are exactly the reason why my mother is like that and I'm like this. Is that I know people are nuts.
If my father or mother found the perfect nanny, then he would not be married to an animal hoarder right now.
There's some people that think nothing of just leaving their kids with anyone. You're fine. Oh, okay. They don't check your references. Nothing. You just come in, you say the right thing. Okay, great, thanks. And we get the little package of all the ladies cooking for the Bailey Q. Kenya and Candy are talking, and Kenya lets Candy know that she's bringing something special to the Bailey Q. And she's like, oh, is this your dish? No, so I'll be giving this doll to Portia because it was given to me with bad intentions, and so I would just like PJ to have it. And she's
so
like,
good.
Kenya, why do you always have to be so extra? Why? And she's like, I don't think I'm being shady. She was shady giving me a gift and then telling people she wasn't sure about me.
It's so good.
She's just like, why can't you just like not use the doll?
Kenya, you're crazy, but you are
so
good.
It's a little unoriginal though, I have to tell you.
No, but it's unoriginal, but I love her confidence. There's something about it, this specific incident, that I really enjoy. I
don't know if I love it as much as the Lisa Rinna Kim Richards bunny debacle. At the reunion, Kim Richards was like, I actually have the bunny. And Lisa Rinna just held it and had one tear. Actually, I'm going to make a decision. I like Kenya's move better. Because that was a big stunt, that whole thing with the bunny. It was just like a very rehearsed, planned thing. Kenya's doing this, but like it's very in your face.
Yeah, she's enjoying it.
Like Kim Richards, it was very Young and the Restless. Like, I actually have the bunny. And I want you to take it. I don't like the energy with which it was given to me. This is more like, so here's your doll. I'm giving it to Pilar because I don't like the way it was given to me. Now we're making drama where there's no need for drama. Cynthia's telling Eva, they're at the Bailey Q now, or waiting for the guests to arrive. And she says that she told Portia to go ahead and bring the baby, and that's fine. And that she told Kenya she could bring Brooklyn just so there wouldn't be drama. And then they show the flashback, and Kenya was like so rude. She's like, no, it's fine. Thank you for your call. I have it all worked out. Bye. Eva is kind of like looking to make digs where it's not necessary, I feel
Eva's not making sense. Go
yeah, she's
away.
like, didn't they have a lot to say about what I do with my kids? Like, what do you care?
Her eyelashes are distracting.
So now we're at Bailey Q, and I thought Eva was wearing all white, and I was like, uh-oh, she's trying to be different. But then as soon as she hears that Marlo has been invited and is going to try to come, she plops her foot on the table just to show everyone she's wearing red sneakers. So it was wear red or be red.
Uh-huh.
So he's like, I'm not going to be red by Marlo.
Uh-huh.
She really does not like that Marlo. It kind of makes me laugh how much she hates Marlo.
Yeah, it is funny, isn't it?
I'm amused by like this is becoming like Tom and Jerry. They get into the whole Nene situation yet again. Why is Nene talking shit? Blah, blah, blah. And Giovanna says, well, you know how it is when you fight with your BFF. Everybody talks shit about their BFF. And the whole table's like, no. Which made me wonder, how do you feel? I've definitely at times talked shit about a BFF. But I have a rule.
What's your rule? Tell me your rule.
If I'm really upset with someone close to me and I need to vent, I will only vent to someone that I know is like a neutral third party who loves us both.
Uh-huh.
Like, I will not go to their enemy or anyone who has any interest in shading them.
Okay.
You've definitely talked to me.
About other people. I have, but I will say that those people, they may hold a place in my heart.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't consider them, they're sort of transient. I mean, it's horrible to say, but they're not people who I expect to be in my life forever. With you, I don't, even though there are times when I've wanted to, but I feel like I would regret it.
Does that mean that you think I'm less than, like, I'm not a transient? You think I'll be in your life a long time?
Unfortunately, I do. It's scary. I don't like it. But
why?
Because
there's worse people to be stuck with.
There are a few far worse people to be stuck with. My motives, when I want to talk shit about someone, it's because my motives aren't pure. I want the person to validate everything I say. So when I'm talking to you about someone, I'm not looking for you to play the devil's advocate or to help me calm down or to help me find a solution. I want you to say, oh yeah, well she's this, she's that, she's awful. I love holding grudges.
Do you hold grudges against me?
Not yet.
Anyway, they all get into this whole thing about talking about your BFF, and then Giovanna says, well, you know, Cynthia, when you talked all that shit about Nene to me, and Cynthia is not happy.
I loved it.
Cynthia is like, oh, no. I did not say anything to you that I did not say you could not tell Nene. I told you if you want to go run and repeat it, you go right ahead. And I did not find you under a rock to go talk shit to you about. Okay, you came to me. So don't act like my motives were to talk to you. I know, the fan work.
It makes me, the fan work, that's what it is. It makes me realize why gay men want to be black women. I love how they just calmly just sort of go at each other.
I know.
While fanning themselves. It's like, you're just a horrible person, and honestly, if you're going to treat me this way, I really hope you can just go jump in a lake and die, because I want nothing to do with you anymore.
It's very Gone with the Wind. It's very
Southern.
They're missing Dale. They're missing Tinsley's mother.
Yes.
It's like this Southern Belle Garden party where they all talk shit to each other.
So casually laughing.
Bill Clinton at like a shady party like this is so perfect. He's so old now. He would just be sitting there. I heard it's wear red or be red.
Yeah.
Portia showed up with the whole football team. She's got the nanny who's on the job 2 days. She's got her sisters there. Lauren's there. She showed up with Shamia. I mean, this is a whole thing. She's got the team. She basically said, like, I watch a lot of news and I know what happened, so I'm not taking any chances. Kenya presents a very special gift to Portia, and we're going to reenact it for you right now. This is a little something for you. Actually, I mean, it's for Pilar.
Oh my God! Thank you!
Read the note.
I hope this brings a positive energy into your home. Oh my God! Thank you!
She previously belonged to someone else who had negative energy, but it will be better off with Pilar. Portia knows right where she's like, oh, I know who this came from. This was given to Brooklyn by Eva.
But the way she said, by Eva. Her delivery.
Eva. Yeah, it was like that. Bye. Eva. I forgot to mention earlier that Portia did notice the hot dogs, and she's like, I know you did not. I know you did not. Are those from Hot Dog Factory? I told you I didn't even want to see a hot dog here. The only hot dog in your mouth should be your man's.
I don't know if that, I know, but if that is actually true, that's very sketchy on Cynthia's part.
I don't know. Nobody confirmed whether they're from Hot Dog Factory. Maybe they're not.
I hope not.
That would be messed up. Portia takes the doll and she's like, this is shady. This is shady. Kenya's trying to defend it, and Portia just takes the doll, walks outside, shows it to Eva, and she's like, do you recognize this? She's like, yeah. Eva is like so calm. Very Scorpio of her.
Oh my god, I loved it.
Much as Eva rubs me the wrong way, I kind of identified a lot with her in this scene. I hate to admit it because I kind of don't want to like her.
Yeah.
Because she's been annoying me. But I thought she handled this well. They all piled on her and she just stayed cool as a cucumber through it. Yes, I did. What's wrong with my little doll? You didn't like the packaging?
Yeah.
What?
She's also very pregnant too, which makes it...
Very pregnant. She's like, I'm over it. Portia's like, we could fix this. We could fix this right now. In the middle of this, Marlo shows up. You mentioned she's very manly. Someone in the comments said that, I know they were kind of hoping I would do an impression because Marlo is kind of like a Luann type. I don't know that I'll do an impression, but I might start doing Marlo with like a little bit of a man.
raspy.
Yeah, well, she is very like... She's kind of like a Luann. She says, darling.
Yeah.
Kenya shows up. Kenya goes, I don't care. I don't care about what you think of my energy, but you are trying to start a problem with me, and you don't want to have a problem with me. And Eva's like, no, I don't have a problem with you. That's not what I said. I didn't say that I had a problem with your energy. Nope, that is not what I said. And she says, Kenya says that's what Cynthia told her. And Eva goes, I will call everybody out right now. Portia, Cynthia, all of you, that is not what I said. Wrong, wrong, wrong. You can receive it or you cannot. Stay over there and eat your noodles. Kenya's trying to keep this going because she goes, I'm not just talking about this issue with the energy. I'm talking about something from last year. And they flash back to when Eva mentioned the rumor that Cynthia was paying Will to date her. Why they're bringing this up now? I mean, everybody's like, just leave it in the past, leave it in the past. Eva remains calm. Like, this is not relevant. None of this is relevant. Marlo starts with her. She tells Marlo that she doesn't like her because of the mean things she says. And Marlo says, well, you know what? You have a lot of things you don't say because you want to be fake. But I say what you wish you were saying. Which, maybe that's a little bit true.
Eva does put on this character.
Unbothered. I'm gonna go. I'm about to leave this little Bailey queue.
Yeah.
Candy gets a talking head where she goes, this is like King Kong versus Godzilla of shade. The shade is strong on both ends. From Kenya and from Eva. Different kinds of shade, but it is true.
I mean, Kenya's louder, but Eva, I prefer Eva's delivery of the shade.
Yep, little doop, doop.
Doom, doom, doom. And I was annoyed with her eyelashes earlier, but I think that they really add to the scene.
They do. Eva's had enough of the pile-on. She decides she's gonna go. Marla goes, okay, good, leave. You run now. Go ahead, run away. And she goes, I'm pregnant. She doesn't know anything. She's never been pregnant. She doesn't know about that pregnant life. Perfect Southern Belle grenade. And Marlo's like, this is why I don't like you. As Eva's walking away. Keep living above your means, darling. Portia has completely taken over Cynthia's living room. There is just baby stuff all over. I think Cynthia said, it's like Bye Bye Baby took a dump in my living room. That's what I get for being nice. Portia, I would be mad at her too. Not like mad, but I'd be like, really? Like, I said you could bring the baby. You show up not just with your baby.
But she's so charming.
She is.
Like, if Kenya did it, I would be mad.
I know. Portia knows she's being fresh.
Yeah.
Now we get to play a very dangerous game, handing out these awards. First award is Who is the Best Twerker? It becomes a little bit of an embarrassing contest.
Oh.
They all seem to agree on Shamia to begin with. But then somebody says Shamia lost weight and she lost her butt, so I don't know. And then Portia says she's the best twerker. She is a good twerker. Then somebody nominates Cynthia. Cynthia starts twerking, and Kenya gets to talking over. She goes, she looks like she's being tased, not twerking. Zzz, zzz, zzz. I didn't think so.
I didn't see that.
Kenya's mean. Stop it. I don't see Kenya nominating herself.
Yeah.
Where's your twerking? But they all decide to just give it to Shamia. Drop it. Shamia gets it. Yay, best twerker. Your face during this was very funny.
My jaw was in my lap.
Why are you so appalled by the twerking? What is your issue?
Asses are for shitting. That's all there is to it.
What about having a little something to grab onto?
I still don't understand that.
You have like the opposite of a twerking ass.
I don't have an ass.
You have like a concave space.
What did you tell me? I had like a little baby butt. That's what I have.
Yeah, this is a long story, but he ran out of
We took a bath together.
We were filming something for our friend, and I was sitting here because it wasn't my scene, and he's supposed to run out naked, and he was only holding the towel in the front so I could see his ass, and it's just like
you should share the photo.
Wide, flat area, and then just the crack is like a very tiny spot. Like it's mostly hips, and then like this little baby crack.
Yeah.
You look like the girl on the copper tone sunscreen bottle.
Oh yeah, with the dog.
Yeah, that's what your butt looks like, but
I was
flatter.
More like an old person, like saggy. Apparently, I don't have a nice butt, which is an issue. It's a flaw.
Nice
oh.
I do. I have a nice butt.
What?
I have nothing else.
Why are we talking about butt? Why? What?
But I can't twerk though. I don't have one of those butts. I have a nice shape to my butt, but it's not like.
What is so nice about your butt?
Next award. Who's the shadiest person? Somebody says, didn't Eva win that last year? And then I think it's Marla who goes, oh no, last year she won the Living Above Her Means award.
Yes.
Which leads to everyone crowning Marlo undisputed Queen of Shade, which, I mean, come on. Next is the Best Read Award. Like, who will read you the best?
Now, Eva wasn't there. She should have won.
Some people were saying it should be Eva, but then they disqualified her because she left, so they gave it to Kenya. I would say Kenya's a close second. Kenya can really go in on people.
She can.
She's quick.
She's quick, but I think there's also, like, when I think about, like, a read, I think also about the delivery of it.
I would have given it to
timing.
Eva. Next is Thirstiest Award. I'm surprised they didn't all give it to Cynthia over her situation.
I thought she was just going to give it to herself.
But they're all arguing. So Kenya goes, I think it should go to Marlo. She's always saying things. She just makes things up. Always looking for attention.
Sounds like Kenya.
Yeah, then they want to give it to Kenya. They start saying Kenya should get it. And then Portia in a talking head goes, it should be Ivana. Have you seen her Instagram? And they show this footage of her from Instagram. Yes, it is very thirsty. And then they cut back to the party and Portia's next to Ivana and she goes, that person's right here. And Ivana's like, me? But I'm not even thirsty. That proved it.
Yeah.
Then comes the Most Insecure Award, and this actually gets sad because they decide to all share something they're insecure about.
Yeah, I mean minor things that they're insecure about, but then you get to Kenya and she drops the bomb. That was great.
It's like, I don't like my dark circles. I don't like my C-section scar.
My life is falling apart and I don't have the love that I need.
Yeah, Kenya, I mean, it's just like all these minor things. I have big feet. I am worried I will never find the love that I didn't receive as a child and the unconditional love I thought I would get.
Oh, that's nice. My teeth are too white.
Yeah, that was... Well, what happens is... I mean, this was really funny because Candy says she feels like she's in The Help because Marlo, takes over.
Yeah.
Oh, Kenya, you have to know whether I like you, you like me, we don't like each other. You are worth love. You are beautiful. You are all those things. It really was right out of The Help. That was so funny.
And they started quoting it.
Now, I think we should give each other some awards.
Okay, you go first.
Okay, I nominate you for the Over-Medicated, Depressed Cat Hoarder Award.
Oh, okay. I'm going to nominate you for the User of Recycled Jokes and Ratchet Hoe Award.
Really? Okay. Well, I'm going to nominate you for the You Can Find Another Friend Award.
I am going to nominate you for the You're Doing Me a Huge Favor Award.
What would you have said for your insecurity? I have some good ones.
For you or for me?
Like for yourself, what would you say?
Oh, my insecurity is, it would be, it would be about, like, something about vulnerability. I'm insecure about my inability to be more vulnerable. If I'm around somebody who's being vulnerable, then I get very uncomfortable.
I see. Okay.
Inadequate.
Mine would be, I think, truly the fear that I will never really be happy. I kind of feel like Kenya. This is very depressing.
Yeah.
On that note, thank you.
What are you insecure about?
Yeah, what are you insecure about? What are your awards? What do you nominate me and George
feet.
for? What awards do you think we should get? Oh, this is going to get ugly.
This could get really bad.
It's okay. We could take it.
I can't.
Okay, you could go hard on me. Be nice to George. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe and leave us comments. I find on this show in particular, the comments mean a lot because I learn and change my opinion quite a bit based on the information I get. And I think that's because the other shows are more vapid.
I think so too.
And Atlanta's like this, it's got such a rich history. There's so much that's happened that I forget, or like I didn't watch a season. So I appreciate the comments and the feedback. It's very educational, and I sincerely mean that. And I also, I appreciate other people's perspectives. Like, someone wrote to us saying she can't stand Nene because when she was young growing up, she actually really looked up to Nene.
Uh-huh.
And now she's an adult and thinks Nene's the most disgusting person. I was like, I never think of it that way.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cultural differences, too. Like, I need to hear other people's perspectives because what do I know?
Yeah.
Bye. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at UnKind TV.
Or don't.
Yeah.